Alright, yo guys, White Boy Productions here, and today I'm going to be doing a Never Have I Ever video, and we're going to get right into it. So, the first one is Never Have I Ever Been to Canada. I've never been to Canada, a bunch of my family members have been, but I personally have never been to Canada, and I really want to go, because it just seems so nice. I've been to Niagara Falls, but I have not been to the Canadian side. I've been to the American side, and we drove to New York, Buffalo, New York, and went that way instead of the Canadian way. I know it's closer, but there's other things we did in New York. Second one is never have I ever been in a helicopter. I always see people flying like all over, like over Chicago, LA, New York, like the Bahamas, like in helicopters, and I really want to do it because the view looks really, really pretty. I've been in an airplane before, I've flown, but I've never been in a helicopter. Never have I ever been to a hockey game. I've been to a basketball game, baseball, football. I've been to a playoff basketball game, but I've never been to a hockey game. And where I live, we have the Red Wings here in Michigan. I don't know where my viewers are from, but I live in Michigan. And everyone always tells me how playoff hockey games, like the vibe of it and like the arena just gets so crazy, and I really, really want to go. This may sound weird also, but never have I ever held $500 in my hand at one point, and like I don't flex my parents' money or like family members' money, but I've never held $500 in cash, like in my own hands. Never have I ever been ice skating. I've never been ice skating before. In downtown, they do, I don't know what it's called exactly, but they have like an ice rink and they do music and like light stuff here in the wintertime. And it's kind of like a couples thing. Couples do it. I don't know really how to skate. That's why I guess I haven't got around to it. I've been a great skate, and that did not go too well. I fell really, really bad on the floor actually trying to skate. Because, my friends told me that rollerblades would be easier, and they weren't for me. So I switched to roller skates, and they were a little bit better, but still, like, I got a hang of it after going, but it was still pretty bad. Never have I ever gotten into a fight at school. I've never been into a serious fight at school. I've always gotten into big arguments, but the way my school works is that they would always stop it before it got into anything, which is whatever, I guess. It just keeps me it keeps me like in school, I guess. Which is gonna get me to my next one. Never have I ever been suspended in school. I've had detentions, I've had lunch detentions, but I've never been suspended in school for things that I've done, which is pretty good because majority of my friends have been suspended in school. Um, Never have I been on a skateboard or rode a skateboard. I've never been to a skate park, and I didn't learn how to ride a bike until I think I was like 8 or 9, which sounds bad because all my friends and majority of the people I know have all learned how to ride a bike at 4, 5, 6, around there, like such an early age. But I guess I didn't. I was late with it. Never have I ever been out the country. I've never been out the country, and I don't know too many people who have been out of the United States, which is something I definitely want to do one day. I want to go to places like Australia, Paris, Bahamas, like really, really pretty places like that, and go like snorkeling and like scuba diving in places like that, because they have really beautiful like scuba diving places, especially the Bahamas and Australia. They have like a whole side of Australia dedicated to it. But never have I ever stolen from a store. I've never stolen from any store before. I don't mess with stealing. That just isn't my thing. Like, if you can't afford something, get a job, make the money to go get it, and then you'll have it. Don't go steal it and get yourself in trouble or take a risk to get yourself arrested. But never have I ever had a paranormal experience with ghosts or anything like that. I don't believe in ghosts really, but I don't mess with any paranormal activity like Ouija boards. Like, nah, fam, keep that away from me. I'm not with it. I don't do it. I've been to haunted places, but that ain't for me. Never have I ever had a treehouse. I've never been in a treehouse or ever had a treehouse when I was younger, and I don't remember my friends ever having any either, which is weird because like you would imagine as a kid, like, oh, you'd have a treehouse to play in, but not too many people I know have had a treehouse. Never have I had an allergic reaction to something. I'm not allergic to anything, and I never ever had an allergic reaction to anything. When I was younger, like a baby, I got stung in the eyelid by a bee, and I don't even remember it. But since then, I haven't been stung by anything or by a bee or anything, or ate anything that I'm allergic to. Never have I ever snuck into a movie. I've never snuck into a movie to get into that I couldn't pay for. I always just paid for it. My friends have done it, but I always paid because, like, if you get caught, they're just going to kick you out, and then it's just not worth it because then it's just going to ruin your night. Never have I gotten stitches. Like, I broke my left arm, I think, in, like, 3 different places, and that's a video for story time that I am going to tell very soon. But I've never gotten stitches on anything. I've really only broken my arm. And then, never have I ever had to run to save my life. Like, I've never been into a situation where I had to run from, like, the cops or, like, a killer or something like that. Like, my life is not that interesting to the point where I'm hitting the dash and I am running to save my life. But those are some things that I have never have I ever done before, and that is today's video. I'm out.